Is it safe to go to public restrooms during this coronavirus pandemic? Well, it's a question a lot of you guys have. It's a good question because as some states start to open up, you may find yourself in a situation where you may need to use a public restroom. So what do you do? Well, first of all, my first piece of advice is to try to use the restroom at home as much as possible and to avoid those public restrooms if you can. Make sure the kids go to the potty before you leave the house, that you're going to the potty before you leave the house. However, we know it's not always possible to avoid public restrooms. And remember, I do not want you holding anything in. It can be absolutely dangerous, not only for you, but your kids as well. So don't hold your pee or your poo. You need to go. So use a public restroom if you absolutely have to. Okay, so let's talk about some safety tips for when you use these public restrooms if you need to. The first thing I would say is you gotta wear your mask. Yes, you gotta wear your mask into the restroom. And even before you get into the restroom, take a look at what's going on outside. Meaning, if there is a long line of people or a line at all, that also might be a symbol that the restroom is packed as well. I would avoid that restroom. You don't want to be around a lot of people. That goes for being in restrooms too. Remember, coronavirus is mainly spread through person-to-person contact, so that is still a risk, even though you're just trying to go to the potty, okay? So find that restroom that has fewer people in line or in the restroom. Make sure you're still social distancing from other people if there happen to be others in that bathroom. Okay, so next thing, let's say you're getting into the bathroom. And first of all, you don't want to touch door handles and doorknobs as much as possible. Minimize that. But when you get into the bathroom, I always recommend actually washing your hands first before going to the bathroom. Yes, why do I say that? Well, especially in this day and age, you don't know what's on your hands. And if you touch your eyes or your face or things like that, you just want to be careful. So wash your hands first, okay? Now, when you get into the stall, and by the way, you want to try not to touch those door handles. Get a paper towel or get a tissue and open the door handles and things of that nature. When you get into that stall, this is not time to text everyone you know, to check your email, go through your Insta feed and all that stuff. You want to minimize your time in the potty, guys. This is not the time to be lingering out in the bathroom. You want to make your time quick. Get in and get out. So let's be expedient with whatever you need to do in there. And make sure when you go to flush the toilet, a couple things about that. First of all, if that toilet has a lid, which we hope it does, put the lid down before you flush. That is important because we have learned that we know that coronavirus can be in stool, and depending on how vigorously the toilet flushes, it can sort of spray up coronavirus particles potentially, okay? So if that stool has a lid, you put that lid down. And then when you go to flush the toilet, do not touch the handle with your hand. Use your foot or grab a tissue or a paper towel to hit the little flusher on the toilet, okay? Now you're saying, Dr. Jen, well, what if there's no lid? And I know you guys said this because I did a video on toilets flushing, so make sure you check out that one. That's from earlier in the week. So if your toilet does not have a lid, this is what I would do. I would use my foot to hit the thing, and I would bolt out of there as quickly as I could to try not to be sprayed or splashed, with the stuff that flies up. You all know what I'm talking about. So keep that in mind. Now, when you get out of the stall, remember, you're not touching door handles and things like that. You want to wash your hands. That is right. Washing your hands, 20 seconds, soap and water, very important. And then when you go to dry your hands, I would avoid those air dryers. That's right. Because potentially they could spread particles that may be floating around or what have you. So stick with those touchless paper towel dispensers. I think that's really your best bet. Go ahead and wipe off your hands. And then what I do is I take that same paper towel and I use that to open up the door as I'm walking out of the bathroom. Take that paper towel, that dirty paper towel with you and throw it away once you get outside the bathroom. We don't want to litter, guys, so don't ever drop anything on the floor or anything like that. But do those things to try to keep you even safer in the bathroom. Guys, I hope this was helpful. Please share this video with anyone you think it might benefit. And don't forget to like and follow my page because I do daily health videos. Also, if you're interested in sending me stars, I answer your questions first. Guys, I'm Dr. Jen Caudle, and I will see you soon.